Joseph, welcome to the Coffee Pot. My name is Shishi Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
Famous herbalist and healer Dr. Sebi makes shocking confession. No more wasting time. Let's get it.
Love. Love is something that I never depended on from a woman. Listen carefully. The thing that moves Sebi is that object on the horizon that always keeps showing up, not the love of woman. And this was given to me by my mother. My mother said, look, you remember this, the love that's gonna secure you through life is the love that you offer yourself, not the love of a woman. That could come and go. I've been married 4 times. I came home and found my wife in bed with another man. I didn't even feel bad. I felt good. These are the things that we need to cultivate, not the dependency of another. Why should you be dependent on me for love? Yourself. That love that you have for you, that love would never die. But if you depend on me, why would you want to do that? Why would I even want the love of a woman when one day she tells me, well, I don't love you no more? Well, that's fine. Keep on stepping. But my friend John, he didn't do that. On the ship, I was a merchant seaman. He jumped over the side of the ship.
Over that thing called love.
So your love, this word love, we need to re-examine that. Every woman I've been with, I love now, but I do not depend on their love.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So as you guys can probably guess, this video sparked a lot of controversy and conversation in the comment section, as you may expect. Now, I hope you guys caught what he said right there. First of all, that was a crazy story that he mentioned briefly of walking into one of his wives cheating on him. Mercy.
No, I'll have a tea, actually.
I'll have a tea, actually. That's painful. You see, you can almost look through a man's eyes and see the heartbreak that a man has been through. And he goes on to say, I have never depended on a woman's love, but I've always loved women I've been with. So he's trying to differentiate here between depending on a woman versus just loving that woman, but loving yourself and make sure you prioritize yourself. What do you guys think of that? I'm going to give my conclusion of what I kind of think of, my best interpretation of what he's trying to say, or what I think of what he just said. Let's check out a few of these comments to see what the people have to say. First comment here says, facts. It's hard to admit, but true. Love yourself first. Love others after. Love others after. Do you agree with that? Another comment here says, not true. So we have a woman here, it looks like. I'm not sure about the photo. It looks like a woman. She disagrees. She didn't like that perspective of love yourself first as a man. She goes on to say, in fact, this is promoting selfishness. Okay. All right, let's see why. She says, love yourself as you love other people. We are created to be social beings, and we should be dependable. What do you guys think of that? Another guy here disagreed with that chick and says, the women in the comments are bothered because they can't stand a man who doesn't succumb to their imagination of love. Women don't want a man who loves himself. They want him to love her instead. Then when they tired and bored, they leave him for something more exciting. Stay woke, fellas. So here's my interpretation of this whole thing, man. First off, I've shared this story before in the past, and I remember my father telling me growing up, never love a woman too much. And I thought it was crazy when he said it back then. I didn't get what he meant. Over the years, I've understood what he meant. What he meant can be shared by the story that was just shared there of his friend John, who decided to delete himself because of love, the love of another woman. No love of any woman should lead you to that type of decision or pain. One thing that you can't forget is, as a man, you are prone to sacrificing yourself. Because what you have to remember is, if you're a man who aims to have a relationship with the woman, exclusive relationship with any woman, you have to remember that you're more prone as a man to love idealistically. Your love for her isn't based on her burden of performance. In most cases, most guys won't leave their woman if she loses her job. You won't leave if she's struggling financially. You won't leave if she's not doing the dishes. You know, you'll be more likely to stay in there and fight longer for that relationship. Now, with that being said, What if the woman leaves you? Well, for a lot of guys, they look back at all the work that they've put in, everything that they've done for that woman, and everything that they've invested into that woman, and they can't see any reason or any way to climb out of the damage that they're in, that they're left in emotionally, financially, mentally, etc. And the question here is, how can you fend against that? Well, you fend against that by making sure that you invest in your well-being, mentally, spiritually, financially, etc. You have to invest in yourself as a man. You have to remind yourself that it doesn't matter who you get with, doesn't matter who you marry, doesn't matter who you date. You can live without that woman. It's okay if she goes. Why? Because you are happy within yourself. You love yourself. That's the message that I heard from Dr. Sebi here when he was speaking. And it's important because guys can get so wrapped up in investing all this energy into a woman and attention and making sure she's good. And one day she decides, oh, I don't love you anymore. Guys delete themselves over these things. Take time to make sure you're investing in your well-being. Practically, what does that look like? Checking up on your health, right? There's a video that was going viral on my page. It was a short, actually, of this sister talking about how she had a brother whose wife left him after he got sick. And you hear these stories all over the place. Sometimes the man recovers, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes men will be in situations where they feel like they can't move on. Why? Well, it comes down to what's left after she's gone is yourself. Are you worth fighting for? And if you don't think you are, you need to know that you are, and you need to build that confidence up within yourself and love for yourself and who you are, and know that you'll be okay. And this can be done practically, again, through taking care of yourself, health, mental well-being, investing in yourself, all the things that Dr. Sebi spoke about. So remember, as you're out here wanting to be this provider, etc., for women around you, and before you ground your sense of worth into your love for that woman in that relationship, think twice. Think twice. Doesn't mean that you have to treat the woman you with horribly, but you have to take time to invest in your own well-being. Let's check out this next comment that says, I love this. What he forgot to say was, when you love yourself, the love you give to another is pure perfection. To love someone is just a reflection of how much you love you. I can agree with that to an extent, for sure. Here's another comment that says, most people use the love from a woman to fill a void. This is true. They chase women when they fail to chase their purpose. Very true. Another comment here says, and his love brought healing to millions of people. Very, very true. Listen, guys, as always, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.